Now we will discuss about laws of exponents. Okay, so the first law. So first law is the product law. Okay, so according to this law, if we multiply a to the power m with a to the power n, then we will get the result a to the power m plus n. That means in case of multiplication of two numbers in exponent form with the same base, to find their product we need to simply add their powers keeping the base same. Okay, so in this case, if we know that a to the power m and a to the power n both are in exponent form, right? So here the base is same, so in both cases the base is a, is not it? So to find their product we need to simply add their powers, right, keeping the base same. So here the base is also same, in the result also the base is same, which is a, and we need to simply add their powers. So here the powers are m and n, so we need to add them. That means a to the power m plus n will be the answer. Okay, so for example, if we consider a to the power 3 into a to the power 7, so here also base is same, so we need to just keep the base same. So a is the base and we need to simply add the powers, right? So here the powers are 3 and 7, so 3 plus 7, so a to the power 3 plus 7 means a to the power 10 will be the answer. Okay, actually we can say that a to the power 3 into a to the power 7 means a to the power 3 means a into a into a, and into a to the power 7 means a into a into a into a into a into a into a, that means 7 times, right? So that means we can say that a into 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 a, that means a is multiplied with itself 10 times, right? So the result will be a to the power 10, is not it? Okay, so if we consider this one, x square y cube into x to the power 4 y square. Okay, so in this case x square and x to the power 4 both have same base, right? And y to the power 3 and y to the power 2 both have same base, is not it? So if we write it like x to the power 2 into x to the power 4 into y to the power 3 into y to the power 2, then what will happen? In this case x to the power 2 into x to the power 4, the base is same, right, which is x. So we can write it like x to the power 2 plus 4, that means x to the power 6, into y to the power 3 into y to the power 2, that means y to the power 3 into y to the power 2. In both cases the base is same, which is y, so we can simply add their powers, right? So y to the power 3 into y to the power 2 means y to the power 3 plus 2. So the overall result will be x to the power 6 into y to the power 3 plus 2 means 5. Okay, so now second law, which is quotient law. So according to this law, a to the power m by a to the power n is equals to a to the power m minus n if m greater than n, and a to the power m by a to the power n is 1 by a to the power n minus m if m less than n. So that means when a number in exponent form is divided by another number in exponent form, okay, and if the base is same, then the smaller power is subtracted from the bigger power and the base is kept the same. Okay, so if we consider this example, x to the power 5 divided by x to the power 3, so we can say that x to the power 5 by x to the power 3, here m is greater than n, is not it? Because the value of m is here 5 and the value of n is 3. So x to the power 5 by x to the power 3, so we need to use this formula, a to the power m minus n. So that means x to the power 5 minus 3, that means x to the power 2 will be the answer. So if we consider another formula, which is if we consider another example, 15a square divided by 5 a to the power 10, so we can say that 15a square by 5 a to the power 10, right? So we know that here the base is same, which is a, right? So here the value of m is 2 and value of n is 10. So in this case n is greater than m, right? So we need to use this formula, 1 by a to the power n minus m, that means 1 by a to the power 10 minus 2, right? And we know that 15 and 5 both have common divisor 5. So 15 divided by 5 means 3 and 5 divided by 5 means 1. So 3 by a to the power 10 minus 2 will be the answer. So that means 3 by a to the power 8 will be the answer. Okay, so now the third law. Now the third law, which is power law. So according to this law, a to the power m whole to the power n means a to the power m into n. So that means when a number in the exponent form is raised to another power, then the base is raised to the product of these two powers. Okay, so that means in this case we need to keep the base same and we need to simply multiply these two powers, is not it? So here the result will be a to the power m into n. So a to the power mn will be the answer, right? So if we consider an example, a to the power 3 whole to the power 6, so we can say that here the base is a. So a to the power 3 into 6 will be the answer. So a to the power 18 will be the answer. Okay. Again, x to the power 6 whole to the power 3 by 2. Okay, that means x to the power 6 into 3 by 2, because we need to simply multiply the two powers. So 6 into 3 by 2, so which will be x to the power 9. Okay. So now more about indices. So if we consider a b whole to the power m, so we can write it like a to the power m into b to the power m. Okay. So if we consider x y whole to the power 3, that means we can write it like x to the power 3 into y to the power 3 according to this rule, is not it? And another one is a by b whole to the power m. If a by b whole to the power m, then we can write it like a to the power m by b to the power m. So that means if we consider this example 3x by 4y square whole to the power 4, then we can write it like 3x whole to the power 4 by 4y square whole to the power 4, is not it, according to this law? So that means 3x whole to the power 4 means 3 to the power 4 into x to the power 4, because we know that a b whole to the power m means a to the power m and into b to the power m, is not it? So according to this rule we can write it 3 to the power 4 into x to the power 4 by 4y square whole to the power 4 means 4 to the power 4 into y square whole to the power 4. So the overall result will be 81 x to the power 4 by 256 y to the power 8. Okay. And always remember that any non-zero number raised to the power 0 is always equals to 1. Okay. So if we consider 5 to the power 0, then it will be 1. Minus 3 to the power 0 means 1. X square by 2y whole to the power 0 means 1. That means any non-zero number raised to the power 0 is always equals to 1. Okay. Now negative index. So if a not equals to 0, then a to the power minus m is 1 by a to the power m, and 1 by a to the power minus m means a to the power m. That means in case of a to the power minus m, the result will be, that means we can write a to the power minus m as 1 by a to the power plus m, and we can write 1 by a to the power minus m as a to the power plus m. So if we consider a to the power minus 4, so we can write it like 1 by a to the power plus 4, is not it? We know that a to the power minus m means 1 by a to the power m. So where a is any non-zero number and m is the power, minus m is the power here, is not it? So a to the power minus 4 means 1 by a to the power 4. So 1 by x to the power 7, 1 by x to the power minus 7, we can write it like x to the power 7, is not it? Okay. So now we can write square root of a as a to the power half. Okay, that means a to the power 1 by 2. So square root of 3 means 3 to the power 1 by 2, right? And what in case of cube root of a, we can write it like a to the power 1 by 3. Okay, so cube root of 3 will be 3 to the power 1 by 3. And if we write square root of a to the power 5, then that means it will be a to the power 5 by 2. Okay, so that means square root of 3 to the power 5 means 3 to the power 5 by 2. But if we write cube root of a to the power 5, then cube root of a to the power 5 means a to the power 5 by 3. And if we write cube root of 3 to the power 5, then it will be 3 to the power 5 by 3, right? So in general we can say that nth root of a is equals to a to the power 1 by n. Okay, so we can say that nth root of 3 will be 3 to the power 1 by n, is not it? Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you.